In this video, what we'll be doing is creating the linkage arm, so one that actually attaches the two wheels together so they move in unison. So what we can do, like normal, start with a 2D sketch. Oops. 2D sketch. And this one's going to be a lot of construction lines. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start with 2 points, okay? And it kind of helps to make sure that they're along the origin or the x-axis. And if we look here, it says that from center point to center point. So if I zoom in a little more, too much. That from center point to center point of these holes is 3.5 inches. So notice it's the center of the holes, not the overall length. Okay, so from here to here is 3.5 inches. Zoom out from there. And next what we're going to do is we can start drawing some lines, and that'll give you the overall profile. Doesn't matter the length of them yet, but you can just draw it from there and dimension them. So if you notice the width, it says is 1/8 of an inch, or not eighth, 1/4 inch, so 0.25. And what you want to do is notice how now there's more or a larger gap on the bottom than there is on the top. So what we want to do is we want to center that, because in the holes, on the drawing here, our holes are centered along the center line. So that's what this dash line, so the long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash signifies the center line. So we want to make sure that that's centered. So from our origin here, half of 0.25 is 1/8 of an inch, so 0.125. And just to dimension that as well, make sure those are locked in. Okay, the points height-wise, you can dimension those as well. And you can type in, if you want to make it perfect, 3.5 divided by 2, and that'll center those. Okay, so now what we want to do is worry about making our arch. Okay, so probably the easiest part is to start with the circle parts, and we have an 8 or 0.128, and that's typical. So that means for both holes, the diameter is 0.128. So I'm going to use my circle. Start here, type in 0.128 over there. Same thing, 0.128. Oop, 8. Make sure I got the 8 on that one. Yep. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select an arch, and I'm going to do a center point. So I know where my center point is located, and I'm just going to draw it overall. Okay. Do the same thing on this side. Arch, center point, draw that overall. And next I'm going to dimension the radius. So again, since it's an arch, not a full circle, it's going to be the radius, 0.1875. So 0.1875, that's dimensioned, as well as this, 0.1875. And so here now I have everything drawn. What I want to do is just go ahead and trim everything up to make sure it's a nice, neat shape or sketch. I have my trim tool, bring those all back so those points are connected. Trim that up and that up. Okay, and it should be, from there, it should be fully constrained. So I'm going to go ahead and hit finish 2D sketch, and all I'm going to do now is basically extrude it to the thickness, which is read from this measurement right here. You can see the dimension lines, or the arrows pointing between those two surfaces, 0.125. Extrude that, 0.125. Hit that, then I'm going to go ahead and save it, change the properties, and choose a color.